Picture this: a crowded urban street, bustling with the sounds of car horns, hurried footsteps, and the occasional hum of street performers. Amid the chaos, a frail elderly woman sits on the curb, her tattered military jacket barely shielding her from the chill of the evening. Passers-by glance at her briefly before looking away, consumed by their own lives. But then, something extraordinary happens. A black SUV pulls up, and out steps former President Donald Trump. What follows is an encounter that leaves everyone stunned and sparks a viral wave of discussions on compassion and humanity. This isn't just a story about a chance meeting. It's about breaking stereotypes, bridging divides, and rediscovering the power of empathy. Stay with us as we dive into this deeply moving moment and explore the layers of emotion, meaning, and the societal ripple effect it's created. To understand the gravity of this encounter, we must first know her story. Her name is Clara Williams, a 62-year-old veteran who served 2 tours overseas. Clara once wore her uniform with pride, representing the strength and resilience of her country. But after returning home, the battles didn't end. Struggling with PTSD, chronic health issues, and the loss of her support network, she found herself on the streets. Despite her best efforts, life seemed to have abandoned her, leaving her invisible in a world she once protected. Clara's story isn't unique. Thousands of veterans face similar fates, their sacrifices overshadowed by systemic shortcomings. She'd been living day to day, relying on the kindness of strangers and her fading hope for a brighter tomorrow. Every night on the streets felt like a battle for survival, but Clara clung to the belief that life could still turn around, even if she didn't know how. As Donald Trump walked toward Clara, onlookers froze. This wasn't a pre-planned campaign event or a staged photo op. It was raw, unexpected, and real. Trump's usual larger-than-life presence softened as he crouched down to meet Clara's eyes. The crowd fell silent, their collective breath held in anticipation. "Tell me your story," he said gently, his tone free from the bravado that often characterized his public appearances. Clara hesitated at first, then began to share her struggles, her service, her sacrifices, and the painful journey that led her to this street corner. As she spoke, Trump listened intently, nodding occasionally. Witnesses described his expression as one of genuine empathy, a stark contrast to the public persona many had grown accustomed to. "You've done so much for this country," he said. "It's time someone did something for you." Throughout their exchange, Clara shared a memory from her service, a time when she had saved a fellow soldier during a dangerous mission. Her voice cracked with emotion as she described the bond she'd felt with her comrades and the heartbreak of losing that connection. Trump's face reflected a mix of admiration and sorrow, and the moment seemed to transcend politics or personal biases. And then, the moment that no one saw coming. Trump reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a checkbook. Scribbling quickly, he handed Clara a check for $10,000. "This is to help you get back on your feet," he said, his voice steady but warm. The crowd erupted in murmurs of disbelief and admiration. Some pulled out their phones to capture the scene, while others wiped away tears. Clara's hands trembled as she accepted the check. Tears streamed down her face as she whispered, "Thank you. Thank you for seeing me." Her gratitude was palpable, and the emotion in the air was infectious. Even the most skeptical onlookers couldn't deny the profound humanity of the moment. As Clara clutched the check, Trump placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "This is just the beginning," he said. "We'll get you the help you need." It was clear that this wasn't just a one-time gesture. It was a promise of continued support. Trump signaled to a member of his team, who immediately began coordinating resources to assist Clara further. Within hours, videos of the encounter flooded social media. Hashtags like #Trump Acts of Kindness and #Support Our Veterans trended worldwide. The story dominated headlines, with opinions ranging from praise to skepticism. While some hailed Trump as a symbol of unexpected compassion, others questioned the authenticity of his actions. But beyond the debate, the encounter reignited conversations about homelessness, mental health, and the challenges faced by veterans. Clara's story became a rallying cry for systemic change, and donations poured into veteran support organizations in her honor. Clara's life began to change almost immediately. A local shelter offered her a safe place to stay, and a veterans organization reached out to provide counseling and job training. Strangers from across the country sent messages of support, many inspired to take action in their own communities. This moment was more than an act of kindness. It was a catalyst for change. Clara's story shed light on the struggles of countless veterans and highlighted the urgent need for comprehensive support systems. From job training programs to accessible health care, the public's attention turned to solutions that could prevent others from facing the same fate. For Trump, the encounter humanized him in a way few expected. Whether intentional or not, it showcased the potential for leaders to connect with those they serve on a deeply personal level. It was a reminder that compassion transcends politics, and that small acts can have profound impacts. As Clara began rebuilding her life, she became an advocate for other veterans, using her platform to raise awareness and push for meaningful change. Her resilience and determination inspired countless others, proving that even in the darkest moments, hope can prevail. This story isn't just about a homeless veteran and a former president. It's about all of us. It's a reminder that compassion is a choice we can make every day. Whether it's helping a neighbor, volunteering at a shelter, or simply listening to someone's story, each of us has the power to make a difference. As you reflect on this encounter, ask yourself, how can I be a source of hope for someone in need? If this story moved you, share it. Let it inspire others to see the humanity in everyone and take action to create a more compassionate world. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that matter. Together, we can spark change, one story at a time.